What is up? We are live on YouTube and I hope that people can hear me. So, as ever, can you just say if you can hear me in chat, please? How are we all doing then? 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. 1 hour before the main footy kicks off. We've got Fulham v Arsenal on at the moment and 3-0 Arsenal, 3 assists for Willian. So anyone who's doing their fantasy football and have got Willian in their team should be laughing. I had him in, then I took him out at the last minute. Okay, an absolute numpty. But there you go, that is football. This is MF8. So how is everyone doing? Big love to all for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. And I've got a new title for the show. It's called Meltdown in Lockdown because I am still in lockdown. I'm working from home in this very living room here. So I thought, what perfect title to have for Meltdown in Lockdown. So that is now going to be the weekly title for the show. But anyway, so I hope everyone's doing all right. Let's have a look and see if we've got some people in chat. Maybe a bit loud, Sam, right? Turn it down a little bit. That's because I like to shout because I'm deaf in one ear. Is that better? A little bit quieter? Mike is right. Sorry about that. It's because I've got it right up against me lips. 1 2 1 2. That's better. We're not redlining now. That should be a little bit better. God, I can never get it right first time, can I, eh? Anyway, right, that should have sorted that out. Sounds T. Can't do nothing about that, mate. It's the Yeti microphone. It should be alright now. I've turned it down a bit, so if you could just confirm, that would be great. It's not redlining anymore, so we should be alright. Right, so let's have a look in chat then, see who we've got in there. I'm not expecting too many on a Saturday afternoon because people don't tend to tune in. Got 19 in, which is a little bit lame. So if you could all share this, get it out and about. I was hoping for at least 25, 30 to be honest. So let's get this shared out. Yes, it's a Southern Kit review, but it won't just be the review. We'll have a half-hour chat afterwards as well. Couple of beverages. We are drinking a little bit Old Mount cider, kiwi and pineapple, I think it is. So we got some of that on the bash. This little bad boy here, pineapple and raspberry, in fact. So on a bit of that. You got Crystal Palace playing 3 o'clock. Can't fucking remember who they're playing now. It's Southampton at home. So looking forward to that. Just signed Batshuayi from Chelsea on loan again. So we might actually be able to score some goals this year, which is very good indeed. Right, so we've got 20 in the house. So let's give some shout outs for the people in there. We've got Simon62. Hey up, mate. Warm up act to the football action. Nice one, Simon. We got Adrian Mason. How you doing, mate? Lewis Fishing, or Louis Fishing, afternoon all. Johnny, is this Offspring? Now, that music is actually a band I used to be in the early noughties called Juice. I play bass on it, and it's called Jibbergill, that particular one. Right, we've got Dion78. Hi, Dion. What else have we got in here? Not many in chat today. All a bit lame. Everyone's too busy doing other things. Mark Yarn, how you doing, buddy? Russ Knight. AVC Reviews. Hi, mate. Mike and Chatter's very tinny sounding. Is it tinny sounding now? Can you just confirm that the mic's all right now? Because bear in mind, I do shout so I can hear myself. Got Hip Hop Juice in the house. Crystal, hi mate, how you doing? And Phil Jones. Right, so that is basically it for the shout outs. Unless some more people want to say hello. Come on, don't be shy. I'll give you a shout out on YouTube. Right, here we go. Sub-Ohm Silver Reviews. That mic doesn't sound right and your voice sounds deeper than usual. Fuck's sake. It's just... I can hear it now. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Shouldn't be any different from normal, guys, because we're still using the same mic, but I have just unplugged it and plugged it back in. So hopefully that is a little bit better. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 in the house. Right, fuck it. That'll have to do because can't be asked to fuck around with mic settings all day. I think you're just saying it to give me a meltdown, aren't you? That better now, right? Yeah, AVC. That every time I do a live show, someone says about it echoing or something like that. It must have got knocked or something, the connection. But anyway. Right, so we've done that. Let's have a little puff. Right, vaping on the Juggernaut V2 as per normal with the Geek Vape Aegis Max. This is my basically my daily banger. We've got that. Also got the Aston RTA with the Orion, Stars Orion mod here. Reviewed this about 2 or 3 years ago on the channel if you want to check it out, the review for that. Aston review. I'm thinking about doing it next Saturday with a live build, in fact. That's by Alliance Tech, or designed by Alliance Tech and made by Aston Vape, I do believe. Hi Tom, Radio Exact. How you doing, buddy? Right, so we got those two on the bash, and we've also got the 2 vapes that we are reviewing today, which are these little bad boys here. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes and then get on with the review. Incidentally, anyone who's tuning in, you want to check out my other live reviews, I have recently updated the review, so I've put timestamps in it. So if you're thinking, oh, bollocks, I missed the live, don't want to sit through 2 hours or an hour and a half of reviews, just click back and I put timestamps in, like for the unboxing, build section, chat, whatever. If you want to watch it all, you can, but if you just want to go to like the build section of the JKV2, it's there. So the last 3 weeks we've done live reviews. What else we've done? The Gator RTA, and I can't remember, or have we just done 2? My brain is frazzled. But yeah, I am going to start putting timestamps on when we've actually done the review to make it a little bit easier for people to watch it on the replay. Right, let's just check in, see what we got. We got 21 in the house. Big love to you all. Right, Crystal's got the Odin with the FP with some banana custard. Yeah, I usually ask you what you're vaping on, don't I? Yeah, so if you like, you can do that. I'll be getting on straight with the unboxing very shortly though, because I don't want it to drag on for too long. We might have a little questions and answers later, in fact. Do the chatting, interacting with chat a little bit later on, because when I'm doing the actual review, I find it a little bit off-putting trying to answer questions when I'm trying to describe over the top. So this review probably won't be that long, 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we'll probably do another half an hour at the end so we can have a Q&A if that is cool with you guys. My local BMM has Maxus mods for both resin panels the same. They look much better. Yeah, that would be good if you had both resin panels the same. I'll be talking all about that a little bit later on in my actual review, mate. Right, 25 in the house, so let's crack on with the actual review. Going to go a little bit quiet in the chat. I'll catch up with you all in a minute. So don't think I'm being rude. It's just that I've got to concentrate. As per last week, we've actually done the unboxing down low. But we've got no build this week, so it's a little bit easier because it's just sub-ohm tanks and mods. Mahusive calls, baby. Right, so this is the worst bit, making sure that the video actually plays back. Right, ABC is vaping on the Cthulhu Mods Artemis with some Drake's Calico coffee. Right, nice one. Right, let's get on with this unboxing then. Right, so here we're starting off with the 200, the Maxus 200 by Freemax, obviously. Quick look around this box. Pre-recorded the unboxing last night using my Canon camera, so it should look a little bit better. Right, so here's some notable specs. So we've got resistance range 0.1 to 3 ohms. Now that could be a con, which I'll talk about later. We've got smart load tech, and the dimensions of the tank are, it says 25, it's really 27.5. I'll show you that a little bit later on. Made from stainless steel 904L with tea tree fibre, the actual coils. So there is a little bit more nickel content. Thumb cutouts to help you open the box. So those with nickel allergies might have a little bit of a problem. Usual manuals and whatnot there. A few little O-rings for you, and we got a USB-C charger cable and a spare tank with 5mm capacity, the same as the other one. But that one is just a straight tank. Right, so here's the M1 mesh core. Like I said, it's made from 904L stainless steel. 0.15 ohm, best between 40 and 70 watts. Right, there's your wicking ports around it. So juice them up first. O-ring on the bottom, the airflow comes through the bottom. There's a look at the core, and there's that cotton, the wicking. So make sure you prime that up with juice thoroughly before you use this, and let it sit for 10-20 minutes before you take your first pull. Right, so here's the tank then. Right, this is the Mpro 2 tank, and we've got O-rings with the 810 fitting drip tip, but normal ones do fit on there. So we got like a resiny bit around the edge as well. So it looks a little bit funky, this one does. So this is the push fill top. We've got the Freemax logo there. Where you can see that red spot, that's where you push. So you push that open just like that. A quick look on the bottom there. Right, so there is an air release valve there for basically when it's not a valve, it's just a hole. So when you filled it up. Couple of O-rings around there. We've got adjustable airflow, so you can adjust around hard stops on both sides. And right, here's a look on the bottom now. Right, Freemax Mpro 2, and we've also got the gold plated peak insulator, 510 pin with a peak insulator. So that one actually does look like it's hybrid safe if you did want to use it on a hybrid mechanical. I don't usually advise it, but look, as it's got a screw in it, it should be okay. Always make sure it's protruding though. Right, so I just want to show you pushing it open then. So that there's where you fill through, but there's a little air release valve there. And there's the filling port at the top, which isn't the biggest, and you've only got one. Right, here's the dual core core, which I've been using thoroughly for the past week. The M2 one this is. And mesh cores, obviously, dual core, 0.2 ohms, and the best between 60 and 90, it says. But we'll talk about that when I go to puff it a bit later on. Quick look inside there, and that is how you screw your core together. So screw it from into the base, and then when you want to put it back on the tank, you literally just grab your tank like that, and there's another thread at the top, and it just goes in. So that is your tank. Right, onto the mod. This is the Maxus 200 mod. We got a sprung-loaded 510 connector, 28mm across, but we have got bevel edges. So really, the maximum you're going to be able to fit on here without overhang is about 26mm. Anyone just tuning in, hello. I will speak to you later on. I've just got to concentrate on what we're doing here, though. Right, so 25mm comes to where the bottom of the base is, but it does bulge out to 27.5 where the actual AFC ring is. And around the glass, it comes out to about 30, I do believe. But see, it does fit on there. But if you try something like the JK2, which is 28, it does fit, but you are going to have a slight overhang on the edges. So we've got resin panels there. We've got a bit of a mixed match of yellow and blue. Maxus 200 watts on that side there. Freemax on this side with a few lines on it. We've also got clicky fire button and up and down buttons, and the USB-C ports, which can use for firmware updates and charging. Right, board venting on there, and that's where you open the board. There's the two magnets. Look inside here. So we've got smart load technology. Can't quite see because it's black on here, but it does say Maxus there. It says something else, but I can't read it because I'm blind. The FM chip, I believe. So load at will. This basically means you can put your batteries in whatever orientation you wish. So you can put them both up, both down, one up, one down, and it will fire, which is a real big pro in my opinion. Nice battery strap there as well, and we have got strong magnets on here, clips on like that. But yeah, that one is all right. But I'll talk about the Maxus 100 up top. Right, so there's your screen. It comes on like that. 5 clicks does turn it on though. And 5 clicks turns it off. Right, hello Freemax comes on there. So there's your power there, power, temperature control. There's your battery markers. You've got wattage, puff counter, resistance, and voltage. So look at this scroll. We're going up in ones, no 0.1s with this one at all the way from 5 to 200, but it does not round robin. So we'll just put that one down back to a more sensible wattage, and 3 clicks get into the mode. And then you've got all these different menus here. You've got your temperature control, TCRs, and whatnot on there. If you're in temperature control, you can go up and down on the temperature, and if you hold up and the fire button, it buggered up that time, but hold up the fire button for 2 seconds, and then you can adjust the wattage in temperature control mode, as you can just see there. So it's go up and down like that. Hold it to reset it, and then 3 clicks to put it back into power mode, which is what I like. If you do it in bypass mode, basically it just says 3.92 because it's like it's keeping it in parallel, to be honest. Because if it was that's your power curves there, to be honest. So I don't usually use them, but with the bypass mode, normal bypass would give you like 8.4 volts, but that just shows that it's actually in a parallel circuit when you're using it in bypass, because it's only 4.2 volts. But anyway, you can adjust all the other settings just like that. But as with most devices, I just leave it in power mode. But you can look at your version, your battery voltage, the board temperature, I believe that is, or it might be an outside temperature. I couldn't tell you on that. And then back to exit, 3 clicks, mode, put it back into power, and job's a good one. And then 5 clicks turns it off. So that is basically your 200 kit. So straight on to the Maxus 100, same sort of packaging with this. So specs on here, we got 5 to 100 watts, 0.1 resistance limit again. This one takes 21/700s or 2718 650s with the adapter. And we've got 24 mil at the base, but basically it's 25 through the AFC ring. Capacity of 3 mil or 5 mil. But obviously with these tanks, if you get it in the EU, probably only going to have a 2 mil capacity. But I got it sent direct from Sourcemore, so we've got the non-EU version. Usual stuff in the packaging, and we get the 18650 adapter if you want to use it in that particular mode. Right, spare glass section again. I think that brings it up to 5 mil, and here's the spare coil. This is the single coil for the Fireluke 3, this tank is called. And you get a USB-C cable. Alright, so here's this one. I prefer this tank, nice and a little bit dinky. It looks quite funky, this one. So you got that like Freemax logo there. That's where you push fill, exactly like the other tank. 810 fitting again, but that one, it the 510 tip on that, the 810 tip doesn't take have O-rings on, I don't believe. Adjustable airflow and the same sort of thing going on the bottom. But this one's a bit narrow. It's basically 24 right at the base, 25 around the AFC ring, and bulges out to about 27.5 around the glass. Right, here's the cores I've been using. Dual core, using this for the past 7 days. So this is, what's it called? Can I read that? It's the X2 904L, 0.2 ohm, 40 to 80 watts. I've been using it around 55 for optimum flavour. Make sure you've juiced and wicked it up again, leave it sit in there. But this is funky, this little glass section here. I think it looks pretty cool, but you can put the other one on, which is just a normal glass without the frostedness going on. It's got O-ring there, click it back together, and then you can do it up just like that. But that tank, I do prefer that one because you can vape it at slightly lower wattage. Right, and here's the mod, single 21700. Same sort of dimensions. We've got 27.8. Yet again, 26s will fit. 28s will fit, but you're going to have a slight bit of overhang because of the beveling on there. That's just confirmed there. This 24 at the base, 25 around the AFC ring, and it fits on there perfectly. So here's the mod then. It's 100 watts. Freemax there, Maxus 100 watt there. And there's your resin panels. And the same fire button, screen and USB-C layout. And there's the venting holes. And there's your thumb cutout with your magnets on. So we've got the same free-at-will load technology. So you can put the battery whatever way around you wish. And I really do like that. Especially if you are a bit prone to putting things around the wrong way. I'm putting it positive up today. And I think we've got a Samsung 30T or a Molicel P42A. I can't remember what one I put in there. But they're the two that I recommend. So that's on there like that. There is a little bit of movement with that door. And we will talk about that later on. Right, the board on this is basically exactly like the other board. But it only goes up to 100 watts. No round robin again. But the same screen layout. All of that. So just the same, basically. You've got the same menus all through that. Go into set because I didn't go into timeout. You can test the core resistance. You can adjust the timeout for the length of time before it cuts out, the protection when you're taking a puff. There's your puff counter. We've got time there. We can select Celsius or Fahrenheit, reset or exit, and that's basically it. There's one more thing that I haven't shown you, which you haven't got on here. If you press the up and down buttons, it will go it will what's the word it will lock the parameters so you don't inadvertently change anything. But that is basically it, guys. That is the Maxus 100 and 200 kits. So here they are then. Got them both on the go. Right, all week I've been using the dual cores for these, but for the review I put the single cores in just to make sure I've tested both cores. But I'll tell you about both of them a little bit later on, or as we do the review. Right, people that have just joined us, if there's anyone else in here. Who have we got? Chris L, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Rainwalker 24C. Big D Vapes, what's up, buddy? And that is it. No more newbies in here. So we're going to carry on doing this particular review. So first up, we've got the Mpro 2 or Mesh Pro 2 with the Maxus 200. Right, the cord is rated. I think it said between 40 and 70 watts if on the single core. Now, what I found with this one, you do need to put it up to at least 60, 65. If I just start off with 50 watts, here we go. It's a little bit muted. That was half airflow as well. If we put the airflow fully open, just to show you that, 50 watts. Right, airflow rating, 1 to 10, 10 being mega wide vape. This is like breathing in fresh air with it like that. So it's no flavour at all. So what I tend to do is have it about a third open, just like that. 50 watts ain't going to give you much, to be honest. 60. Quite a loud vape as well. This one isn't a stealthy vape, guys. Right, 60 watts is still a bit muted. It says that it's rated up to 70, but I think that's you can go a little bit higher, especially with the dual coil. The dual coil ones I was running about 85, 90, and the flavour really was spot on. This single coil hasn't got as good flavour, but we're going to put it up to 65. All right, that's better now. We're getting some good flavour there. 70. That's better. The flavour just gets better and better. 75. Right, for me, with this single coil, 75 is like pushing it a little bit. If I go up to 80, I can feed it virgin on a dryish hit. So with this single core one, the flavour's pretty good, but it's nowhere near as good as the dual core one, in my opinion. So flavour rating with the single core is about 7 out of 10. But with the dual core in it, which I haven't got because I've only got one tank, because I've only been sent the one tank from Sourcemore. But the dual core one really has got spot on flavour, a good 8.5. Yeah, I'd say 8.5. It's not as good as my RTAs, but the dual core Mpro dual core M2 is a really good core, and I really do rate it. About 85 watts, I was getting some really good flavour. Right, as for the mod, right, it's all, you know, it's a dual 18650 mod. It works very well. I've got no problems at all with it. The panels, we've got no movement on this 200 one as well. So no issues, nice fast scrolling on it. One con we've got though is the resistance. We've got a 1.1 ohm resistance limit. So if we just take that off a minute. And we're going to put the JK V2 on, which comes out 0.09 usually. And see what happens. Right, this is what you're going to get. Atomizer short, because it can't handle below 0.1 ohms, which is a big con in my opinion, because I sometimes stray into the 0.9s, 0.08, 0.09, 0.08. So that is a big con. You should have gone down to at least 0.06 Freemax if you are watching. So I can't really give you a wattage test with this particular mod. But what I can do is talk about it, because I have put some tanks on here up to 140 watts. And it does hit like a trooper. So the wattage hits really well on this mod, but you can't go below 0.1 ohms. So that is that, but hits pretty well, to be honest. Nice quick response on it. So the Maxus 200, I think it's a pretty good mod. The tanks are very good as well if you use it in M2 mode. The one thing is though, these panels, I would have preferred it if that was all blue and just had black on the back, maybe without the Freemax writing. Where is it? This side. Because I think it looks a little bit crappy. Incidentally, I'm using the recurve drip tip because this one is a little bit big. It might look okay, but it's a little bit big, this one. So, yeah, we'll give you a puff on it. It's really airy as well. Looks a little bit better, but having blue and yellow's a little bit peculiar in my opinion. I'll show you some other mods down low in a bit, and we'll do some comparisons. But for this particular kit, I think it's a pretty decent kit. The Mesh Pro 2, to be honest, it uses the same cores as the Mesh Pro 1. So I think they might have updated them, but
It's not really any better flavour, in my opinion, than the first one. But as a kit, I think it's pretty decent. We've got no battery rattle on this particular one. Tank's pretty decent as well. It's got some cons. The 0.1 ohm resistance could be a con to some of you. But if you're using stock cool tanks on it, you're not going to have a problem because they're 0.15 or 0.2 ohms. So that's the Maxus 2 kit basically done. Just want to say hello to a few people. I think we've got a couple in there. Or one extra. Becca Lumps, how you doing? Lovely. Thanks for joining in. Steve Nichols, hello. Didn't know anyone would be on. Yeah, I do Saturday afternoon ones now, Steve. Every week. Meltdown in Lockdown is the new weekly afternoon show on a Saturday. 37 in the house. Anyone who's just joining us, a big love to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Right, we're going to get on to the Maxus 100 kit now. And we've got the Fireluke version 3. Now, I did have the Freemax Twister kit back in the day, a couple of years ago, and I think it had a Fireluke 1 or 2 on it, and I really did enjoy that. It was a really good mod. But let's talk about the Fireluke V3 first. Again, I've got one of my own drip tips on. Maybe I should put the other one back on. It's got a sort of matchy bit at the top. But again, the panels, they don't match. Having that on there, it just looks ridiculous. So, yeah, that's a subjective con. Also with this, listen to this. We got a bit of a flappy door with this one. So, yeah, it's all right. But if you can move it with one hand, look, with your thumb. So the Maxus 100 doesn't fit as well as the Maxus 200. Sometimes you put it on as well, and it doesn't quite line up. So you sort of have to wiggle it again and get it in there. But, yeah, that is a con Freemax. Tolerances aren't the best there. But the smart load technology, the fact that you can put the battery in either way round and it still works is excellent. So just show you there, we've got it just like that. Take the battery out. So we had it positive down. We're going to put it positive up now. Without fucking it. Put the door back on. And there we go. We've got power again. So that is awesome. A huge pro for both of these mods that Freemax have got. This, what's it called again? I can't remember what it's called. It's load at will, or they call it smart load technology. That is awesome, and that'd be good if other companies followed suit. The only thing is with that, you can become a little bit complacent. Like if you start using your Mech series mods and you're just putting it in whatever way around, you could run into problems. So yes, it's good, but in a way, it it could lead to trouble if you start getting complacent with your other mods. But it is good that it does that. Right, let's talk about the tank then. Right, we've got the single core one in again. Again, the dual core is much better flavour in my opinion, rocking it around 55 watts. Flavour is up there. It's absolutely gorgeous flavour with me Kerno Black. Absolutely great replication of flavour. Really been thoroughly enjoying this one at 55 watts all week. But I think this one's rated between, was it 40 and 70? I can't bloody read it. But we'll start off at 40 watts. Airflow wide open. Here we go. Right, again, the airflow is mega wide on this one. It is like breathing in fresh air. So it's not quite as airy as the Mpro V2. But it is still much too airy for me. So I like to knock it to around just a third to a half open. Put the wattage up. To be honest, I'm going to go straight up to 50 because it's still too weak. Mega loud again. So this isn't a stealth vape. Up to 55. That's starting to taste a little bit better, but I'm going to knock the airflow down a little bit more to give it a bit more flavour. 60 watts. Right, that's nice there. 60 watts is giving me a really nice vape. 65. Still nice. 70. Right, again, 70 with that particular coil in it is probably giving you maximum flavour, but it's starting to verge on a dry hit. If we go to 75, it's probably going to be a bit too much. Just about handles it, but as with all of these, you just got to experiment to what works for you. But somewhere around 65, 70. Yeah, 67 is spot on with that. But I do prefer the dual core with both of these particular tanks. But yeah, the flavour on this is definitely better than in single core than the Mpro 2. This Fireluke 3 in single core tastes better to me, so it gets an 8 out of 10. With the dual core in it, it gets a 9 out of 10 because it really is a good tank with the X2 coil in it. So that is awesome. Right, Steve Nichols said, what battery is it? This is a 21700 mod, mate. Single 21700. It's got an adapter for an 18650, or you could put your 2700s in as well. I've got a M.I.L P42A with a 4000 milliamp hour capacity. And yeah, battery life is pretty good on, well, both of them, to be honest. Depends what sort of batteries you got, how old they are, things like that. I use Samsung 30Qs in this one, or VCT5As. I haven't got any M.I.L ones for 18650s. In here I use 30Ts, Samsung 30Ts, or M.I.L P42As. And the battery life is pretty good. And this one does hit well as well. I've tried it at 100 watts, put it up against the Aegis Max, which has got a really good chip in it. Wasn't quite as good as that, but it's a decent hit you're getting with this. Quite fast ramp up again. So yeah, again, not a bad kit. This one's a lot more lighter, obviously, because it's only got one battery. So I prefer using this particular setup. I think the tank's better for me. I like to vape at a slightly lower wattage using sub-ohm tanks. And it's got good form factor, but I don't like the pattern on there at all. But all in all, it's a very good kit. Of both of the kits, I prefer the smaller one, but we have got the battery door rattle on this particular one. But we haven't got it on here. But both kits are very good. The tanks are very good as well, but I advise getting the dual core ones. I think they even do triple core ones as well. But yeah, they are very good tanks and kits. Right, let's just have a look at my notes. Have I got any other problems? The 0.1 ohm limit again is a problem for this particular mod, because I like to build at 0.09 sometimes. When you're charging the device, which I don't recommend, these are external battery mods. If you're using a if you plug it in, which I have tried to see if it worked, the mod gets very warm. That's with both of them as well, so I don't recommend doing that. These devices, anyone who's new to vaping out there, these are external battery devices, so you have to get your own batteries, 21700s, high amp, high drain batteries, and a dedicated external charger is what I recommend. Yeah, because charging on the mod, it's yeah, I don't trust it to be honest. So that is that. I haven't checked if there's any firmware updates, but you could do it on that. One other little con I've noticed, even though we've got some venting holes on the bottom, that looks like it's directly in line with the board, but we haven't got any venting holes for the batteries. There's nothing underneath there or on the side. So that could be a con to some of you. The same for the Maxus 100. We've just got the venting for where the board actually sits. Yeah, so basically that is all I need to tell you about them both. The tanks are very good, and the mods are pretty good as well. Like, I'm not quite sure the prices on this one. Let's have a look on Sourcemore, see if I can get some prices. Just bear with me, guys. Right, on Sourcemore, the Maxus 100 kit is coming out at $64.99, but that is, if you create an account with Sourcemore and log in, you'll see that the price is probably a lot better than that. Let's just have a look. Right, I've just logged in. I've just logged in on Sourcemore and it's now saying $35. So there you go. If you create an account with them, it goes down to $35 for the actual kit, which is an awesome price. If you're getting it for that, that is great. But like I say, when you click on there, if you're not on actual, if you haven't got an account with them, it will say 65. So it won't look that great a price. But log in there and you'll notice you get a much better price. Right, the Maxus 200 kit, see what that comes out at. Right, that one's coming out $74.89 normally, but if you log in, it's $43.18. So $43. What's that? 35, 40 pounds for the actual whole kit. So that is awesome prices if you're going to be getting it from Sourcemore. Incidentally, Sourcemore kindly provided both of these kits for review, free of charge. So big thanks to Sourcemore for that. But yeah, I'm not sure about UK. Let's have a look on UK sites. I'm not sure if Big D might be selling them. Right, Uber Vape is $49.95. UK Vape Kings is £59.99, £59.99. So obviously it's a lot more expensive if you buy it in the UK. About 60 quid, it looks like, £60. The Maxus 100, $44.95 there, $44.95, $54.99. $54.99, $49.99. So we're looking around $45 to $55 for the Maxus 100 kit. But Sourcemore, they've been good to me. I've even bought stuff from Sourcemore myself. Like I say, they occasionally send me stuff in as well when I agree to review it for them. But yeah, very decent prices if you want to buy it from them. So yeah, that's basically the review, guys. Looking at the prices, they're very reasonable indeed. So I think, yes, we've got some flaws with both of these, but the tanks, you can't fault them. The dual cores are really good, and the mods do work very well. Like I say, I've only had them just over a week, so I can't tell you if they're going to fall apart in a month or 2 months. But transparency there, I haven't tested them for a month or two. I've literally had them a week, solidly testing them as my main devices every day. So that is that. I couldn't say that they're going to last forever, but there you go. Right, so we are going to say that for the argument's sake, when I do my what do you call it, timestamps, this is the end of the particular review, and now we're going to do some questions and answers. And we're also going to show you what's coming up for review, and I just want to go down low and show you some differences between other mods that I've got which are in the same sort of category. Right, we got a few people in here. Jackie Chan, what's going on here? Have I got a load of thumbs downs? Is that what's going on here? 16 thumbs down. Motherfuckers. What I can say that everyone that is watching that isn't an absolute wanker, if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up, that would be great. Those that have given the thumbs down, swivel on that, you fucking keyboard warriors, all right? Suck on it. You're just jealous because you're not doing a review channel that does pretty well. So suck on that, you motherfuckers, all right? Right, anyway, there's your little meltdown out of the way. So let's get on down to what I was going to do. Right, Tom's telling me you can run the Max with a single battery, and with 2 batteries they are reversible or below. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I did forget that, Tom. Thanks for pointing out. You can run it with 1 battery, but I don't know why you'd want to, because you're only going to get half the battery life. But it can do that, and thanks for pointing out, mate. Largest that you can fit, you can put a 41mm on there if you want, but you're going to get overhang, mate. 26mm without overhang. You can put a 28 on there, but you will notice a little bit of overhang. Yeah, I can't understand the thumbs down as well, mate. I do free reviews, got no Patreon, I don't charge a cent for it. And wankers come on here and do thumbs down because they're trying to get to me. But it just inspires me to carry on even more. I appreciate all of you lot that are in there. Right, this has got a 28 on it, mate. You can't really see, but you can just notice there a little bit of an overhang. So 26s on both mods are really going to be your maximum. Yeah, Big D, the Aegis Max is a good one. I like using it because it's light, it's good form factor, fits in the hand very well indeed. And even with a single battery, I get most of the day without this, vaping about 80-85 watts. Right, what else have we got? Now that I've been drawing attention to thumbs down, it got me riled. Right, let's go down to the low section. Right, so here are some mods that you can buy that have been out for a little while. This one here is the iStick Mix, which has also got a stupid pattern on one side and one on the other, but it does look nice that it's just like that. If we put it up against this one here, you just notice the Freemax one is a little bit bigger. Pretty similar that way round. Let's just go out a little bit more. We've also got the iJoy Shogun here. That one's pretty similar size, to be honest. But I like this one because you've just got the one the panel. I think one comes off. But yeah, this has been out for ages, the Shogun, but that's a really good mod. But I think it just looks a little bit better having the panels on the other side. So they've been out a while. I have reviewed the Mix, I haven't reviewed the Shogun. If we have a look at the single battery device, right, here's the Maxus 100. This one here is the top side light without the squonk bit on, which is light as a feather, this one. And we've also got the Mad mod by Desire Design. And so it's similar size, a little bit shorter, this one is, than both of them, which is good. So it is a nice, short, compact little mod, this one. Aegis X is the one that I really rate. We will do a review on this one at some point because I still haven't reviewed it. But as you can just see there, it's a little bit more bulky, the X, but it's nice and light, durable, really good shockproof. But I expect it costs a little bit more, the kit. I'm not sure with that one. But that's some other comparisons with other mods that you may own. Right, back up top. What's the, oh, Mr. Devil Vapor, how you doing, buddy? In the house. Nice one for tuning in, mate. Yeah, do a couple of little comparisons. I thought because these ones looked a little bit familiar, I'm thinking we've got the old resin stuff going on. I thought do a few little comparisons of other sort of mods. But the prices I saw on Sourcemore, 45 for the dual, the Maxus 200, and 35 I think it was for the 100. So it's bloody good prices if you buy it from China. And that's with the tanks as well, so not bad at all. Yeah, the Shogun's good. I like this Shogun. I had no issues at all. Absolutely no flappy back doors or anything with this one. Dean, I don't know if you've got the Maxus 100, but did you get this? Backdoor flapping, which isn't good. Put that down to 60, actually. Russ Knight, you absolute legend. Thank you very much for the £5. Have a drink on me, mate. Much appreciated, sir. Well, while we're on here, we have got a few reviewers in here. We've got Simon62, who's an up-and-coming reviewer. Check out his channel. We've got Devil Vapor. Of course, he's been out for years, and he's got 11,000 plus subscribers. If you haven't done already, do check him out. We've also got Subohm Silver Reviews, who does written reviews on EC Click, and he has got a little YouTube channel now as well. So go and give all three of them a sub. It'd be much appreciated, guys. Any other reviewers that are in here, just say hello in chat. If I like you, I might shout you out. Oh, yeah, Dean, I was just showing you this door on the 100 is loose. But the one on the 200 is fucking solid, mate. So I think this one is built a little bit better. They've got the tolerances. Look, I can't rattle that one at all. Oh, here comes Roy's Reviews. Fucking, I mentioned giving him a shout out and he comes in it. No, don't watch Roy's Reviews, man. He's shit reviewer. No, don't like him at all. Only joking, Roy. Check out Roy's Reviews. He's an awesome reviewer, and I did watch a couple of his recently as well. He does some good mech mods by Unicorn Vape, so do check him out as well. Chasing Cloud, they're not bad, mate, but we got a slight bit of door rattle on that one. But of the two, I actually prefer the smaller kits because I like the tank. The Fireluke 3 tank is pretty damn good. Just unsubscribing as I type. AVC, sorry mate, you hadn't commented for a while. Of course you got to check out AVC Reviews as well, another vape channel. Give him a sub. I'll show you my flappy back doors as well. Chasing Clouds and Flavour Reviews. I haven't actually watched your channel, mate, but as you've commented, people might want to check you out. So thanks for that. I've probably missed a few comments earlier on when I was ranting, but sorry about that. It does get my goat a little bit. Like, whatever's gone on in the past, I basically do this in my own time. I work full-time doing my own job, and I do this in my spare time to hopefully give viewers an informed opinion on whether to go out and buy stuff like this. Free of charge. I don't charge anything on here. I've got no Patreon on anything. I'm not saying that people who do have Patreon, anything wrong with it, but I don't charge. So I'm doing this out of my free time, and then you put up your live, and then you get 16 thumbs down instantly. It's just like having a laugh, aren't you? So yeah, I shouldn't let it get to me, but it's just, you know, I'm doing it out of my own time. I'm not doing anything here to piss anyone off. I'm just doing a review. So why bother, you know, putting thumbs down or whatever? Why don't you have the balls and say something in the chat and say why you don't like me instead? Sinem, I appreciate comments like that, as I do all of my subscribers that leave constructive criticism on the channel or positive feedback. I enjoy that. It's good. Thumbs down, Sting. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I have got a loyal following. I appreciate all the ones that do it, but there's just some very narrow-minded people out there that, yeah, they haven't got much of a brain cell, is all I can say. 36 thumbs up now, man. How many we got watching? Right, we got 40 watching, and we've been going for some time now, nearly an hour. So I'd like to see a few more of those thumbs up. That'd be awesome, guys. I do it to piss people off. The thumbs down gang are faceless keyboard warriors with no ball between them. Would have been more. I only got 16 accounts. Thanks, Lisa. Mwah. It is funny, Dean, isn't it? But whatever. It's all interaction. It actually helps the channel. So crack on with your thumbs down, guys. It gets me up the search engines. Because as far as Google's concerned, they think, well, it's interaction. He must be doing something right. Anyway, guys, we are coming up to the hour. Do I want to make this even longer? What do you all think? If people want me to carry on, we'll talk for another half an hour and have a bit of a chit-chat. If you want that, put an X1 in chat, and I want to see at least 20 X1s, otherwise I'm going to finish in the next 5 minutes. So the ball's in your court. Lisa was asleep about when I started, and now she's got up and starts giving me some trolls. I hate when people do that because I just prefer they don't bother coming by. I shut off the dislike, even though I can only get 1 or 2. Yeah, I don't shut it off, mate, to be honest, because I like to show the interaction on the channel. I like to show the amount of subs I've got because I'm proud of the amount of subs I've got. Do you know what I mean? I'm not shutting off comments and all of that because I just think it's quite funny. Because on most of my videos, I do get, as long as I get more thumbs up than downs, it doesn't really matter. Right, we got a few X1s in here, but I don't know if we got 20, so we could be going very shortly, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need at least 7 or 8 more. So anyone who's ghosting in here, give me an X1, otherwise I'm fucking off. I'm going to have a couple of puffs. You can't go wrong there with a Juggernaut V2. This is my favourite tank. Cheers, Steve. Yeah, all right, Devil, with your bloody fancy emojis. All right, we need 4 more. All right, what was I going to say? One thing I have been considering, actually, is doing a little gift ceremony. Because I have got quite a lot of vape gear, but I might leave it to next week when I've had a little think about how I'm going to do it. Because otherwise we'll just get a load of free shit hunters in here. But, yeah, I might think about doing that next week. Because I've got quite a lot of stuff that people might be interested. So we might do some sort of a little gifting ceremony that is stolen from Devil Vapor. I like that expression. All right, then we've got enough X1s. We'll carry on. I don't know what to talk about now, though. Yeah, the JKV2, mate, it's a really nice vape. Really do enjoy it. If you haven't watched the review, I did it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, live review. We've got timestamps on there as well. So if you just want to cut to the unboxing, the build section, it is on there. Because it went on for about 2.5 hours, the review, that one did. Cheers, guys, for the X1s. Right. We'll have this little questions and answers thing because I've run out of things to say, to be honest. So if anyone's watching in chat, you want to ask me something, do so now. We'll probably go on for the next 20 minutes or so. So, yeah, get your little questions in now. What can you get? I don't know what that means, mate. You should do a ceremony like eyes wide shut with the cloaks and masks for the giveaways. Yeah, that's... I haven't got a cloak. Well, I have got a mask, I suppose. I could do that. That's something worth pondering. Oh, yes, that was the other bit I was going to say. We have got stuff coming up. Fucking hell, I'm like a numpty here. We have got a little bit more content. Right. Let's go down low a minute. What's going on with my barnet? I haven't had a haircut since I did my buzz cut in lockdown. What brand of rubber gloves are best for anal extractions? I just use the pound shop ones, mate. It's all right. Fuck it. I wish I hadn't asked that now. I've got something to show you. What older dual battery mods do you still use regularly? I use the Wild Wolf dual 18650. I use the what's the fucking, oh man, I can't think. What's the Evil Dildo? I use that. I've had that quite a while now. I use the Cream Held. I haven't had that long, to be honest. The Smock GX350 quad cell mod that I still use. Been going strong 4 years later. The Shogun is one that I do use occasionally. I've got loads of them out in the back room. The Tesla Y200 I use. The Edge by Digiflavor. Fucking hell, I'm trying to think of them all now. I've got loads, mate. The Geek Vape Aegis X is one that I use probably the most from 18650s. I think it's a really nice device. But basically, I've had no problems with any of my mods, touch wood. Most of them haven't packed up. I've only had a couple gone wrong in all of this time. Why do I need to say X1? I just got in the stream. I was sorry, Tiger. That was just if you wanted an extra half an hour or so. Because I've done the review and we're just carrying on. Next week, we might do a little bit of a gifting service. I might do that. So you'll have to just tune in next time and have a look. What would you recommend for a 22mm RDL RTA? Direct to lung, I suppose that means. I don't know why I want that size though. Maybe just because I want fit in a Aspire mix. I think they can fit a 24mm UCAR in, so you don't need to worry about it. I don't really use direct to lung 22mm, mate. The Gator RTA is 24, and I really like that. Or the Aries Malta-Lung, like that one in 22 or 24. To be honest, I haven't got many other 22s that I use. This one here, which we'll be showing you in a minute, another one. I'll be reviewing it very soon. Dean, don't they fit 24s, the mix, though? I heard. You got the Vupu Argus GT. No, I haven't, mate. I have seen it, though, but I've got the Aegis X. So, as I buy most of the stuff on my channel, unless I ask for it from Sourcemore, I don't get all the latest and greatest. So, it's just what I fancy, basically. Mike, are you on any more live shows very soon? Yes, that is a good point, Big D Vape. So I am actually appearing on Benny Vape's channel tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock, the Northern Union Vape Show. So do put that in your diaries and check me out over there. Probably get interrogated over there a little bit with Big D Vapes, Benny and Co. What was your favourite mod at the moment? My favourite at the moment is probably this one, the Aegis X, because I like it because it's a little bit lightweight. It doesn't matter if you drop it, and it works well at 80 watts with a Molicel P42A. Gives me all day battery life because I'm not a chain smoker vapor. So, and the Evdillo and the Crime Hild are the other two mods that I use a lot because they're dual 21700, so you get a much better battery life. And the Aegis X is the other one. They're probably my 4 favourite ones. The Aegis Max, we got the Aegis X out the back room, and the Evdillo and the Crime Hild dual 21700s. Not withstanding or not forgetting my Tree of Life box mods, dual parallel mod I like to use a lot, and my series mod from Overkill Mods. Although I haven't got a series build in the moment, so yeah, I haven't used that for a little while actually. I might have to get that out. No worries, Big D. I bought the Argos GT kit cheap, and those 0.14 cores the best I've ever used. Nice one, mate. Do you squonk? What's my favourite squonk? I do squonk occasionally, but I tend to like to use RT8s. My best squonker is the topside, or the topside carbon is my favourite one, which I did get given by Dovpo. So I like that one. It still works, a treat. That's my favourite squonker. Favourite RDA that I use with it's probably the Rebirth RDA or the Recurve RDA or the Molly, what's it called? Molnier single core RDA. I like that one. What else have we got? We have got something. We're going to get on to what's coming up very soon. I haven't actually done anything with it yet, but this is stuff that I've got in. So let's just go down low. Just forgive me a minute while I probably ignore chat. Let's go down low and put this shit out of the way. Right, Aston Vape. Designed by Alliance Tech and made by Aston Vape, I believe. I picked this one up from Le Petit Evaporateur. So you get clear glass, well, it's like a polycarbonate there. Comes in this little presentation thing, which is good here. And we've actually got it built up. So let's get these mods out of the way. This little puppy here. So we've got it on the Stars Orion here. 16 watts, 0.76 build. What I found with this particular RTA though, it says it's a mouth to lung, but for me it's a very loose mouth to lung unless you really restrict the airflow. And or you can have both airflow holes open and have more of a loose direct to lung. But that will be coming up on the channel very soon. I might do this live review next week, so I'm not going to go into detail now. But I think it looks fucking killer on the Stars Orion in the all stainless. I picked this one up for about £20 about 3 years ago, and it still works. And I reviewed it on the channel. If you want to watch a funny old review, check out the Stars Orion. It's STARSS, I think, Orion. So have a look on my channel if you want to check out that review. The Aston RTA will be coming up very shortly, but this one is more of a loose mouth to lung or direct to lung, in my opinion. So that is that. The next thing we've got, this one's been out for a couple of years as well. But let's just have a look in chat. What we got? Chasing Clouds. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Dale Miggy Mills. I've got a collection, mate. Apart from the stuff that I've given away, I don't sell anything. I don't make any money on the channel apart from when people do super chats. So that is it. I don't get monetized anymore. All my videos are demonetized apart from about 3. So yeah, I just keep the collection because I think it's good to have mods and that for comparisons when you get other stuff in. I might do the odd giveaway, but that's it. I'll get on to the other questions in a minute. I just want to carry on with this bit. Right, so this is the Cali V2 by QP Design. I bought this from Le Petit Vapoteur. Paid about 40 or 50 quid. I think I had a coupon though, so I got 20% off. This one's 25 millimeters. We got all that shit on there. Don't need to look at that. But I think it looks pretty cool though. You get your authentication card. Wrong way around. It's that way around. 19,000. This one, little sticker. We get all of these little bits in here. So basically, you get one RDA, but you can put it in stainless mode, and you've also got a clear, like a PEI or something like that. We got an Ultim. You've also got 3 chuff caps as well, which are like this. So you can take this one off, put yourself a little chuff cap on. And I haven't actually used this yet, so we're going to be building it this week. But I think that's a pretty cool little kit. So you've got all those variations. So if you've got different coloured mods, you know, you might have a clear frosted one like the Hera or something like that. You might have an Ultim mod, black one, or a stainless. And so you've got all of those different combinations. So yeah, it's the Kali V2. And we will be building that up this week. And I'll probably do that one, not next week, but the week after if I've tested it. So that is that, guys. We've got the Aston RTA and the Kali V2. We're also going to be reviewing this one at some point as well, the Aegis Max. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But as far as anything else, I haven't got too much else in at the moment. There's one other thing we've got coming at some point when Nature Vape tells me. He's the Nest RTA, which is one that he's made. I can't remember who he's made it with. I don't think he's told us. But that'll be coming up. When he sends it to me, I'll be reviewing that. Single mesh RDA, and it's a little bit different. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I'm really looking forward to it. I thought it'd have been here by now. Has anyone else had their Nest? Yeah, it's really nice, that AVC. I didn't mind paying a bit of money. There's a lot of kit you're getting for your money with that RDA. The old Kali V2. It's been out for at least 2 years as well. Roy's reviews. I do more fucking reviews than you do, mate. Have a look since the new year. I've put out quite a few, to be honest. Yes, I do live shows, but I incorporate them. Right, Tom, what is my favourite RTA of all time right now? That's quite a hard one. The one I'm using the most is the JKV2 because it's top airflow, it doesn't leak, and it's got really good flavour. So I'd probably have to say that. I've got no need to call up anything else. I've got some pretty decent other ones, but I just like the airflow on here is perfect for me. I do like ones like the Blotto. We got Stingcrave ones. I have got a couple of them I quite like, but I don't use them anymore because they're cunts. But sorry, did I just say that? Right, in case you do not know, Mike. Oh yes, and single coil RTA, the Go for Vape Double Up. I do use that a hell of a lot. So that's probably my favourite single coiler. Right, in case you do not know, Mike, when you have one hole open on the side, the air comes through just one of the holes under the coil with the Aston. Ah, right, okay, cheers for pointing that one out. How did you find that one out, Kieran? What one does it come out? Does that mean you got to move the coil over? I fucking didn't notice that because I've got juice in it all the time. Dale says he likes the Kali RDA. Nice to see you on here, Dale. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out. I don't get hardware. I don't get hardware unless I buy it, mate, either. You want to contact Sourcemore, mate. They give me free stuff. But I don't tend to get much other stuff because I basically emailed all the companies saying I don't want it. because I get too much in otherwise. Crystal Palace won. Now, I fucking forgot the football's on. That's why I wanted to finish early, didn't I? We are going to have to go soon. Thanks, Simon. You just reminded me. Now I'm going to want to go off here. The football's bloody on. Hi, Fee. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Shone an LED light inside. No, the holes are channeled at a 45-degree angle to hit the centre of the coil. Ah, right. Okay, that's all right then. Yeah, I must admit I like using it with just the one hole open with it partially closed, to be honest, Kieran. Don't worry about it, Roy. Just buy what you review, mate. You don't need... You end up getting shitloads of pod reviews otherwise. They just send you cheap. I've getting loads of emails recently. Every time I say, what are they offering? Because if it was an RTA, I'd review it. Every one, it was pod, another pod. Pod mod with a fucking pod on top. It might have had an RBA, but it's still a pod. I don't like them, so I don't like to review them. But that's what you're going to get most of the time, is that. You're not getting many companies doing RTAs and that send them out. I'm not finding anyway. Don't worry about it, Roy. Just buy what you can occasionally and review it. Anyway, guys, right, we've been on for an hour and 20 now. That is probably enough. So, as Palace are playing, which I forgot all about, that's why I went on at 2 o'clock, I am going to call it quits for today's review stroke Q&A sessions. But big love for tuning in. Everyone who's been tuning in today, I really do appreciate it. We got 38 in the house. It means the absolute world to me. If you're all in here and you haven't hit the thumbs up, if you could, those that have hit the thumbs down, if you could change it to a thumbs up, that would also be good. Thanks very much. But it's not a premiere, Big D. This is a live review, man. There's a big difference. So this is me talking to you live on a live stream. Cheers, Fiona. So I am going to say see you later, guys. So everyone who's watched, I really do appreciate it. Next week, we're going to have the Aston RTA with a build section as well. So, yeah, thanks again, and hope you're all staying safe. And I will catch you all again very soon indeed. So cheers, guys. Laters.